There are many Thomas characters, some good and some bad. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be telling you my 5 favorite Thomas and Friends characters. So let's get started. Gordon. Is there any surprise that Gordon's on this list? Gordon is just such a cool character, and usually when you think of like a steam train, you would think of what Gordon's. You would think of like a big engine with a tender, and I bet if you asked most people to name Thomas characters, Gordon is probably one of the first 5 that they would think of. Gordon's just such a cool character, and he definitely deserves a spot on this list.
They say I waddle. I don't really, sir.
Duck. I think Duck is a super cool train. I love the shape of him, and the kind of train he's based off is really cool. And he's from the Great Western Railway. I really love how his Bachmann model looks too. It's the first video I did. So yeah, overall, I think Duck deserves a spot on this list.
Ow! Said Percy, sliding past the board. Percy was frantic. That's enough!
Percy. Now, some of you might be wondering, why is Percy on this list? Well, I'll tell you, Percy's one of my favorite characters in Thomas, and I love how he's a tinier engine, and Tale of the Brave is one of my favorite movies, and he's like one of the main characters in it, and I just love seeing him in the show. Now, I don't love him in All Engines Go, but I mostly like Percy, like in the model era, like in the model classic era, seasons 1 to 7. And I think it would be really cool if they did something like a spin-off show where Percy was like the main character. They could do like a 5 or 10 episode thing where Percy is the main character. It could be like a spin-off thing.
Thomas and Percy enjoy working in the docks.
Thomas. Now, Thomas is like the main character of the show. Now, there's some versions of Thomas I don't like. I don't like him in All Engines Go, and I don't really like him during the Hit era. His character just seems wrong. And the eras I like Thomas in are really, I like him from in the classic series, seasons 1 through 7, and I kind of like him in the seasons 17 through 20, and partly 21. Whenever they get his character right, I like him better than when his character isn't written the right way. And I like him in some of the movies, such as The Adventure Begins, Soda's Legend of Lost Treasure, and Hero of the Rails. But that's a video for another day. I think Thomas deserves a spot on this list. And my number 1 favorite Thomas character is Edward. You probably all guessed that Edward was my favorite because he's in my profile picture and my channel name is EdwardFan02, so you probably guessed him. He's just such a cool character. Edward's just one of the hardest working engines, and he's just one of the coolest. I feel like a lot of people also like Edward. So that is my top 5 favorite engines. I was about to make this a top 10, but I decided on 5. So if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video coming soon.